So let's get started. So I'll go to my VS Code. So if you remember in our form here, this is our form, the form we created inside the modal body. So we need to pass a route so that we can work in the controller, product controller. So already I've created a product controller already, which is this. So let me show you how to create a product controller. So let me delete this one I created earlier. Show you the process. So let me terminate the server. So to create a product controller, you say PHP. Let me clear this so that you can see it clearly. Okay, so to create a controller, you say PHP artisan create make then controller. Then the name of the controller, I will call this product controller. Product controller. This is how you create a controller. Now the controller is where the business logic will be drafted or created or made from. So PHP artisan make controller, and name of my controller is product controller. Like press enter, you can see I've successfully created a controller, and this is the controller which is inside the HTTP app controllers, the HTTP. So this is my controller. So all that is clear now. So let me minimize this screen. Okay, so I'll return back to my form. So for we to able to get the routes, I have to declare and define the routes here by doing this double curly braces because it's blade. Then the routes, I'll call this store.products. That's the name I'm calling this, store.products, because I want to store the products inside into the database. So store.products. So meaning I'm going to create this route inside my web.php. I have to define the route inside here. So here I'll come here and I'll say routes for storing products. For storing products into the DB, into the database. So to do that, I'll come here and say routes. I'm using the post method because in the form it was a post method that I used. So the first thing is to declare, I'm going to declare the paths. I'll call this store products. Then I'll declare the controller using an array here. So I'll call this products controller. The one we just created, the controller we just created. Make sure you import it if you're using it here. Sorry. Make sure you import it. Product controller. So then class. Then the method I want to call this method. I'm going to create a method inside the controller. I'll call this store products. Then give it a name. The name is what we define here, store.product. This should be the same thing. So I'll copy this store.products. Copy this store.products. Then I'll paste it here. So close this. Make sure your product controller is imported. You can see mine is imported here using the use app HTTP controllers. You can see it's imported. And if you want to know the paths, it's very simple. You can see the paths where this controller is coming from the app folder, HTTP controllers, and product controller. So here I've created the routes that will store our product into the database. The next thing is to create this method inside the product controller. So I'll go to the product controller and I'll create a method. So here I'll call this public function. The name of the method, which is store products. Now because I'm using the post method, it's going to take in two parameters, which is requests and $requests. It's very important. That's a post method. Remember our form is post method. When you use post, you are sending data to the database or record or product to the database, and that's why in the web.php I use the post method. So the next thing that I want to do here I need to add records, that's a product record, into our database. The product name, category, price, product image into our database. So if you go to the VS Code to your form, you observe that I've given each one of them name, each of the fields name, product name, category, price, and product image. So this, I'll be referencing this in the controller as request product image, request price, request category, request product. So let me come here and define that. So yeah, I'm going to come here and say I'm not going to do validation in this course, in this tutorial, because I want to focus solely on CRUD operation. So I'll come here and say insert products into the database. So the first thing is to call the model. So yeah, I'm going to call the model called products. Remember that we had created, when we are migrating and doing our migration, we created a model called products. And let me show you the product model. This is a product model which we created earlier. So it is a product model that is responsible for the database. So I want to add it into this model database. So I'll go back to my controller and I'll say insert. So they are in an array. Insert. So what do I want to insert? I want to insert the product's name, category, price, and product image into the database. So I'll call, the first one will be product name. So I want to call this product name. That's the first one, product name. So let me just copy it from here, product name. So I'll come here and put my quotes, product name. So this is going to be request product name. Now this product name is the one I showed it in the field. This product name, this one here, is the product name that I show you inside this form field, product name. Don't confuse it with the one from the database, so although they are the same in spelling. So the next one will be category. Not category ID, category. So the next one will be price. And by now database we have price. So just done that. So for the image, we cannot just insert image text. We need an image file. So to do that, we are going to define image separately. So here I will come here and define the image separately. So I'll come here and say get image, get product image separately. So I'm going to create this. So how do you insert image in Laravel? It's very simple. So the first thing you need to do is to come here and define the image. So yeah, I can come here and say image, can give it anything like equal to request, and this is a file. The type is a file, you don't use it. So you say file, the name of the image is products underscore image. If you go to your welcome.ly, you will see the name of the image here as product underscore image. That's why I'm using request, product underscore image. So after doing this, we need to set a file name that will retrieve the extension, that will retrieve a unique name and extension to this effect. So that is what I want to do, because I need to do this. I'll come here and say file name, because I don't want the same image name. So I want a unique name. So I want to generate a unique name for this image and store it as file name. So I'll say file name equal to, and pass in a PHP function for dates. So year, hour, dates, then hour, then minutes. I'll say this one will be okay for me. So I have to put in my, very important, this is hour, then this is dates function. No, okay, year, months. Okay, let me leave it this way. So I'm going to leave it this way. Let me just come here, year, the months, the dates, the hour, the seconds, or the minutes, sorry. So I'll concatenate this with this image here. I have to do that, concatenate it with this image. because I want to get the original extension, that's the image extension. When I say image extension, I'm talking about the .jpg, .png, .jpeg and the rest. So yeah, I'll say get, sorry, get original extension, get original extension. So I want to get the .png, or if the image is .png, I'll get .png. Then I'll concatenate it with this date. This is a PHP function or method for dates. So if the date is 2024 July, it will be what 2024 the time at that moment .png. That's what I want to do, so that it will generate unique name for the image. That's the purpose of doing this way. So after doing this, I'll move the image to a folder which I'm going to create now. So here I will come here and I will say move image. I'll call it, I'll say image move. So I'll move this image to a public folder. So here I'll say move this image to public folder. I've not created a folder yet, so I have to create a folder. So I have to create the folder. So I'll come here and call this upload. I'm going to create a folder soon. Upload / let me just say upload. I want / products. Okay, products. With / here. Then the file name, I want to put the file name into this particular parts, the folder / product, upload / product. So I'll go to my library and create that folder. So return to my local disk XAMPP. I'm using XAMPP. So htdocs. The Laravel CRUD is the folder I'm working on. CRUD is the name of the project. So inside the public folder is where you create a folder called upload. So I'll create a folder here called upload. So inside this folder, I'll create another folder called products. So I've just done that. So if you notice, so I want I want the image to be moved to this part called upload and products. That is the part I want this image to be moved, and I also want the file name, the name also to be moved to this part. So after doing this, I'll store this into a new variable. Let me just call it save image. Let me just call it save _url equal to then upload. Yeah, just copy this upload. Sorry, no point. I'll just come here and just do this upload, then products, then I'll concatenate it with the file name. Yeah, that's all. So I want to store this. This image part, that is upload product and file name, into this variable called save _url. So I'll come here, and in our database, remember we have product _image. I want to store just the name of the file. That's the name, file name. I want to store this into this product _image. So yeah, I'll say product _image. So yeah, I'll, instead of request, I'll say save URL. That's what I'll just do. So I'm saving these parts into my product _image into this column here. So the next one is to get the created at the time this product was added to the database using the create timestamp. So I'll come here and say created at. Now I'm going to use a JavaScript package called Carbon. So Carbon is responsible for the time and date functionality for JavaScript. So I'll say Carbon and make sure it is imported. Carbon now, the current time it was. So make sure Carbon is imported. I've imported Carbon already. You can see that. So take and that's all. So I'm going to save this. So I want this to return to, which I said, let's say return back. Let me just say return redirect. Let me just say return redirect back. Okay, I think that's basically all. So let me save this, save all. then start my server, PHP artisan serve. Okay, so let's try this and see if it's working. Fresh dots or stop product not defined. Form action, stop product. So let's go check is our form product is not defined. So let's go check that. So I'll go back and see why our form product is not defined. Route stop products. Stop products. So let me go define that in now stop products. So I'll go to my web.php and save the spelling type. Oh, sorry, it was a typo here. This is not, this is stop products. Stop products. So I'll save all and go try it again. Refresh the browser. Okay, so I'll click on add products. I'll put polo shirts, category fashion, price 5,000. Choose an image for that effect and put this image. Click on add products. Okay, so let me check my database to see if that product was added successfully. So I'll refresh this and you can see polo shirts, fashion, 5,000. You can see the image parts, upload products, the name of the image or JPG, the time I uploaded this image. So if you go to your folder, the folder we created, we should be seeing the image. This is the folder we created under the upload directory, products. You can see we have this. This is the image, but it's not really showing where the way I wanted it to show. No problem. We are going to fix that. So let me even fix that. Let me fix that. So I'll go back to my controller. So let me even use name instead of extension. Let me just use get original name. Get original name. Okay. Get original name. No problem. So get original name. So let me see that and save this and let's try this. Let me try again and refresh the browser to see the image that. So I will come here, go for another product. Let me say HP, category electronics, price, and just call this, go for HP. So I'll click on add products. So it has gone. So let me go to the database. You can see HP laptops, electronics, the parts is there. So let me go to my folder and see that. So you can see that this is there. And if I click on it, you see that it is the laptop. So you can see that that is working. So all that is good enough. Okay. So you can see we've stored the image into a folder called product, which is inside our upload folder. Okay. So the next thing, if you notice, we're not getting notification, we are not populating our database table. Do you understand? So we need to get notification and populate the database table. So how do we do that? So let us start by populating it. Let's populate this table first and foremost. So I'll go to my web.php. I already have a route for this, which is welcome here. I already have a route, so I can decide to change this route. Let me just comment this and use this method. Let me just copy this. Just come here and just do this. Okay. So yeah, the parts. So let me come here. I'll say home page, route for showing products in table in tabular form. Okay, so yeah, the parts will be the home page. This is the parts. So yeah, I can easily come here and give a method. Let me call this method index. So yeah, I don't think I need a name, so let me take this name off. And so I'm going to create a method called index method here. So index method inside the product controller. So I'll go to my product controller. So yeah, let me come here at the top. I'll come here and say index. So I'll create a function. I'll call this public function index. This is capital letter I, index. So let me take this for now. Let me just take this off for now. So what I want to do here, I want to get all the items from this table, from this product table. I want to get all the items. So how do you do that in Laravel? So remember, we have a product model. So I'll reference the product model again. Products, make sure you import it. That's important. Products, get all the latest products. That's what I've just written here. Get all the latest products. That's what I've written here. Then I want to return to what page? I want to return to the welcome. Remember that in our web.php we add with welcome, so I'll return to this welcome page. That's what I want to return to. Return to view welcome. So yeah, I will come here and say welcome. So I'm going to compact this products. Let me give it a variable name. I'll call this products. So I have to compact this products here. That's what you are seeing here. If you don't compact it, you won't be able to use it. So that's what I've just done. Compact products. So fantastic. So if I go to my welcome.php now, I can now use these products, these compact products now to populate that. So I'll return to my welcome.php. Then where I have the table, this is the table. Remember before we had a static data here table. This is our table, and we have this static data. So I will take this data off. Or let me just take that data. Just take those data off. So I'm going to use the for each to loop through this. I'll use the for each method to loop through this, so that you see what I'm basically talking about. So yeah, I can easily come here and just add a for each method. So for each, the product we compacted. So product as, let me call this item, no problem. So I'll put my T body, the T row there. I'll put my T row inside. Now paste that here. Sorry, I should have done that before. Sorry, I will put this inside the T body, not the T row. So I'll copy this for each, and I'll put it inside the T body, inside this T body here. So this T row will be in this table row will be inside the for each method. So I'm going to come here and paste this here and format this. Okay, so this product is coming from this product that we compacted. We are this online title. We are saying get all the latest items in this product model, that's database. So I'm looping through it here. So as, let me say, as key is for me to get the serial number. That's key. So yeah, remember that the first item, first column is SN, the serial number. So I want to dynamically get a serial number. So here I will come here and I'll say key plus one. So that's the first thing I need to do, key plus one, which I've just done. So the second thing is to get the image. Remember that we've stored a particular image there. So yeah, we come here and I'll put my table data. I'll pass an image here. So let me even expand the screen for you to see it better. So I'll say image source. So image source, remember that our image was stored inside the public folder, upload folder. Then we now have product folder. So to make reference to that public in Laravel, we're going to use what's called assets. Then asset means I am in the public directory. So yeah, I'll come here and I'll take item. Remember this item from our for each item, and I'll reference the product image. The product image is what is coming from our database. Product image here, this column here. I want to reference it here. So I'll give it a width of, let's say 60 pixels and a height of 60 pixels. Okay, so that is for the image. The next one is the product name. So here I'll come here and put my table data, and I'll put my blade. So I'll call this item, then product name. Product name is gotten from the database. If you check the database, you will see product name Pulo HP. Then the next one is category. So I'll just copy this and paste that here for category. The next one is price. The price. Okay. So the next one is our edit and our delete button. So I'll put my table data, and I'll put a button for, I'll call this let me call this, put another button here. I'll put an anchor tag here. So I'll just call this edit, then give this a class of btn primary. Later I'll put a route in it. Then this will be delete. Here I'll give this a class of btn danger. Then give it an ID of delete. Later I'll show you why the ID is very important here. Okay, so let me save my work, save everything, and let me check the browser now to see how our work will look like. If I refresh this browser, you will see, oh, I'm getting this error here. The method is not supported for routes pool. So let's see. Okay, so let me come back here, and that method is not supported for routes. No problem. Okay, so products as key. So let me go back again and check our error message here. Oh, I'm using the post instead of get. So this is going to be get method, not post. Sorry about that. So I'll refresh that and go to the browser to refresh to get the results. So you can see we now have our items here. You can see how lovely this is. So I can create a new set of items there, and it's going to be added to this place. So let me come here and create a new set of items. Come here, I put let me put an image first. Let me put a shoe. Come here, I put a shoe. I'll call this shoe. I don't know the designer of the shoe. Which shoe? Fashion. The price, let me just say this. Let me add products. So you can see we've added a shoe products into our table. So guys, I hope this is simple enough. So in our next class, we are going to look at editing this particular product range. So thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next class.